Like I said, sometimes you just need to get out of the house for a distraction.
And mostly dinner, yeah.
So, good evening from Port Orleans French Quarter. We're here for a couple of reasons tonight.
Definitely dinner is one of them. Hungry, and partly knowing I'm going to be recovering at home, I don't feel like being at home for anything, even though I continuously am buying food for the house. Most of it's not perishable or frozen, so that's fine. We can do it then. And
we need to come out and celebrate 1,000 subscribers that just happened.
Yes, that's a good one. That was today. Mm-hmm. And most importantly...
Oh, the end of this week. Seasons change here in Orlando.
Yes. It's just about the middle of August, so essentially in Disney that means it is now Halloween. I'm even wearing a black shirt and orange shorts. Jason, you want to put on your special kickoff gear?
I have my favorite thing that I got last year for Halloween, and it's time.
Uh-huh.
I give Halloween 3 thumbs up. Well, I guess 4 if I'm giving a thumbs up too. But the season has started, and supposedly there's pumpkin-flavored stuff. I don't know, maybe beignets?
That's what I heard.
And we haven't eaten at French Quarter since we stayed here, what, 3, 4, 5 years ago? So
3. 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
So let's go check out Sassagoula Floatworks and see what we're going to have for dinner tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the second I hear there's pumpkin spice something, being from New England, I essentially have to go towards it.
New England? It's just, that's fall in America. Let's go get some pumpkin spice stuff.
Well, okay.
French Quarter is one of my favorite resorts here at Walt Disney World. It is moderate. It's the smallest of the moderate by room count and footprint, and I just love the lush landscaping and the theming. How do you make people think of New Orleans without actually recreating New Orleans?
Well, the humidity's helping.
It is. Clearly someone's hangry.
No. I mean, it has a swampy feeling, you know.
It does, you know, with and it has the moss hanging down from all the trees, all the very mature trees, magnolias and everything here.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It is really nice to walk around.
Yeah, I think I can actually even see the building. I think we stayed in that building.
I think we stayed right there, yeah. But walking around, I've worked up an appetite.
Yeah, I had an appetite before we got here, but it is nice to look around because it has been a few years since we walked around this resort. So
and it's nice. The river's right over there where you can take the boat down to Disney Springs. They have a dock here and at Riverside, so it's a neat little resort with some great amenities. But let's go eat.
Yeah. When at the French Quarter, I chose the beignet cheeseburger because I don't know where else you'd find one of those. So it looks like it has, that was probably a powdered sugar that kind of has since melted, but okay. I mean, it's just a burger patty. I'm gonna taste the beignet. It's okay. I think my real criticism is that they're making them and then pre-wrapping them and they're kind of sitting there. Whereas I feel like because it's a beignet, you kind of want it to be a little fresher, but it's a food court, so it's okay. I like that it's an option.
I opted for the shrimp po' boy. It looks and smells really good. I'm not exactly sure how I take bites of this thing, but for this first bite, I'll try. Let's see. This should be entertaining. That's not bad. A little bit too much bread for the po' boy, but the flavors are good. The sauce they put on it, kind of like a remoulade, is a nice sauce. fried shrimp. They made it fresh when I was there. It was good. Like Ed said, it's nice to have options that are different and a little bit themed to the food court here, but at the end of the day, it is some Disney food court food, but nice to know it doesn't have to be hot dog, plain hamburger, or cheeseburger. I got a shrimp po' boy here at French Quarter.
So just a quick update on the burger as I am eating it. Let's see if I can show you. There's, in the beignet, or on the first layer, there is like a bacon jam. It's not a ton of it. I wish there were a little more, but it's okay. So it adds a little more flavor. My biggest thing is it's a very thick patty. It's not a standard like cosmic raised patty, but it has no seasoning. So just a little bit of something could have made this actually a really good option instead of just, oh, it's an option. Oh, there's my feedback. Well, we got to the dinner, but we got what really matters now. The pumpkin spice beignets. They smell very strong. They smell like pumpkin spice times 10. I know this is gonna be a huge mess. I don't know why I wore a black shirt. I mean, it was part of my Halloween black shirt, orange shorts, but I'm gonna regret that in about 20 seconds. They are adorable. They are Mickey shaped and they smell delicious. So I'm gonna try to maybe take an ear off because that's how you eat everything Mickey shaped, in my opinion. I'm just gonna go for it. Interesting. They smell stronger of the pumpkin spice than they taste, at least that bite. I kind of like them. I think I kind of wanted them to taste a little bit more pumpkin spicy, but that's because to me there is no limit on pumpkin spice flavor. But they're good and they're cute, but they're a pretty good deal. You get 3 of them, or you could choose 6, but I felt like 3 was plenty.
That is a good deal. 3 of these for $4.50, and I mean, they're not small, but it's my turn to take a bite, and I have a really big problem with powdered sugar that's kind of weird. Every time it goes near my mouth, it either makes me sneeze or cough, and I end up blowing all the powdered sugar off. So let's take an ear here and see how this works out for me. If it instantly goes to a cut, you know why. Oh, I'm with that. You kind of smell more of the pumpkin spice than you taste because it is in that sugar. But those are actually really good beignets, if you will. I don't know that they're really beignet style, but it's a nice, tough Mickey-shaped pastry. And that sugar's tasty. It's got a little bit of the balance of the pumpkin spice, so it's not too sugary, but not too pumpkin spicy. I'm gonna eat Mickey's other ear now. And welcome to the Sassagoula River.
Yeah, that is what it's called.
It is, yeah. This is where you can catch the boat to go down to Disney Springs, and according to the map over there, it goes to Saratoga Springs Resort. There's a couple of different resorts on this river here, between here and Disney Springs.
Yeah, it's one of those extra nice little things that, you know, there is an additional mode of transportation. You know, it doesn't go to any of the parks, but at least it takes you to Disney Springs, which is fun, you know. And it's also fun if you're perhaps going to go have a couple of drinks, so you can kind of just take the little boat back to your hotel. So I like that.
So benefit of Riverside and French Quarters, you have the boat to Disney Springs for a night out.
Yeah.
And if you're me, you take Ed on a date night in the pouring rain and cold from here to Disney Springs on the boat.
It was horrible. It was probably in the 50s.
You'll never forget it, will you?
Oh, look, we were cold and wet, and then it turned out a lot of Springs was, well, then it was still downtown Disney, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of the construction to turn it
downtown
into
Disney
Springs.
was
so that's a whole
closed,
other story. But yeah, it was quite the adventure.
Yeah. You're slowly being forgiven for that one.
Well, we moved here. So yeah, dinner was acceptable. I mean, it's a Disney moderate resort food court. The options were, I found that there was a wider variety of selection than there was when we stayed here a few years ago.
Yeah, it seemed like they had improved that. I appreciated that they had options that were sort of themed to the restaurant. You know, there was jambalaya and all those different kind of things. So it's sort of like, okay, I get it. I wish my burger had been made fresh.
Because it was a beignet.
Yeah, I wish also the beignets, 2 out of the 3 were pretty good. The first one I bit into did have a lot of oily taste to it because it was cold oil. They were making them in batches and kind of letting them sit.
Which I wonder if they're getting ready for a dinner rush or something, because I remember when we were here, they would make them to order, so...
Yeah. Because in fact, I remember it was kind of interesting that you had to wait a little bit, but they were fresh and hot, and then the powdered sugar would hit them just right.
Yep.
Whereas now it was sort of, they had a large tray of them, and then they threw the powdered sugar on right before they gave it to you, but they weren't warm, you know?
They were tasty, though.
Yeah, it could have been just a little bit better. Also,
that's true. I did say to Ed, talking about the food, it wasn't bad, but it was almost like the start of something good, and then that's where it ended. It could be so much better, but it wasn't bad to begin with.
I think just, stepping up the level to a moderate resort, it would have helped to have moderately better food.
Oh, they're going to have to compete here with Destino and Coronado Springs. And then one last little tidbit of information. They did accept tables in Wonderland here at the Sassagoula Floatworks.
And that was nice. I mean, I saved 20%.
And, again, one of our favorite atmospheres. I mean, come on, we're sitting on a bench at the river here.
Yeah, this resort definitely holds more mystique for you than it does for me.
I love it.
I think my only real limitation whenever we talk about French Quarter is the fact that there is that extra level of transportation, but it doesn't take you to a park. So it takes you to Springs.
No moderate does. Yeah. Skyliner.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a game changer. But yeah, always ask for your Tables in Wonderland discounts. Always ask because things change. Like, we weren't expecting to say yes, and she's like, oh yeah, of course, Tables in Wonderland. So we had a fun evening out, getting out of the house for a little bit, having some dinner here at Port Orleans French Quarter. So if you enjoyed, I gotta say it, if you enjoyed watching us stuff our faces, be sure to give this video a giant thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we upload a new video.
Yeah, and take the link to the video and share.